Yeah. Done, sir.
Okay. So the first slide here from your guys group, it is about problem identification. Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem identification is the first stage in a series of research stage. I'm not going to read it full here, but the main point of problem identification here, we try to find what kind of the problem that happened in our class as a teacher. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then problem identification also deals with a process of choosing several kind of problems that happen in our classroom, and then we try to choose which one that the most important problem that we need to provide solution as soon as possible. Yeah, problem identification also means here process of finding the relevance between uh, between the problem that faced by the student and the teacher while trying to get the target of the learning process. That will be the main point of this problem identification, guys. Next one, please. Next slide, come on.
Done, sir.
Steps and how to find the problem. Yeah, here you guys mentioning of steps in car. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe first of all you gotta focus on how to find the problem first. Yeah,
Yeah.
here you guys mentioned five things. Yeah, we'll probably have in classroom from okay,
Yeah.
match with the strength, okay, limit problem, okay, and then the additional also how to find the problem here by interviewing the students, yeah, or asking the student, yeah, based on their experience while joining teaching and learning process with you guys as a teacher, yeah, and then not only interviewing the student, but you can also interview their parents to find out more about their children difficulties while joining learning process. Yeah, that's the additional for this slide, how to find the problem. Next one, please. Next, please. Okay. The main factor that become obstacle in the classroom. Yeah. So from this slide here, you have to try to make some criteria, yeah, some criteria so you can find which one is the most uh, important problem first that you have to solve. Yeah, because in teaching and learning process we have many kind of problems that happen in a classroom,
Yeah.
but from all the problem that we face, yeah, that we have in a classroom, we have to give our priority which one that we have to solve uh, for the first time. Yeah, so that's for the main factor that become obstacle in the classroom. And then another obstacle or another problems that happen in a classroom also based on various kind of students, various level of their knowledge, and then their background of education. Yeah, for example, they're from if the setting of the class here, for example, from junior high school, so we have to look at their background of education, where the student got their primary level or elementary level. So we can find out their basic understanding or their basic knowledge about the learning material that we are going to teach them. Yeah. Okay, next one, please. Next slide. The kind of problem that you can find in the classroom. Okay, I guess this question based on slide that I already explained. I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of problems also part with this five. Yeah, you can ask here yourself. Yeah, you can ask yourself here what kind of student difficulties. Yeah, what kind of the student difficulties when they join your teaching and learning process. Yeah, you can ask your student or you can observe how they behave while they joining teaching and learning process. Yeah. Next one, please. Next one, please.
Loading.
Okay, why is problem identification important? Yeah. Okay, for the reason why problem identification is important, because you are going to find many kind of problems, yeah, and then from all the problems that you guys found, yeah, you have to choose, you have to select what kind of the urgent thing from the problem that need an instant kind of solution, that need to take the solution first. Yeah, because as we know it, when we do teaching and learning process, it is not only one, two, or three problems, but there are many kind of problems. We have to consider which problem become the first problem that important for us to discuss. Yeah, and then why problem identification is important also here, to make sure all the learning material that we teach to the student, yeah, they comprehend all the topic and then all the learning material that you guys give as a teacher. Next slide, please. Next slide.
Yes.
Okay, formulating problem. After you guys already identify the problem, several kind of problems, you come with formulating problems. Yeah, formulating problems here refer to, yeah, how that you are going to ask the student, how that you are going to ask the reader of your research about the problem that you are going to discuss for your research. And then formulating problems, yeah, it is the common use or the common term that we use in formulating problem here. We start with the question. Yeah, we start with the question about what is it the problem that we have, the most important problem one more time that we have in the classroom, and then the alternative solution that we try to give to solve the problem. That's for the formulating problems. Next one, please. Okay, several steps in formulating problem. Yeah. Okay, interrogative sentence. Okay. I guess this one is all good. Next. Next, please.
Yes, sir.
Next. No more?
Uh,
Okay, the difference between identification and formulating. Yeah, problem identification, one more time. Here it is a basic, yeah, or a preliminary research or a prior research that we do. That's problem identification. And then next step, after we already found the problem, after we already identified the problem, we go to the next level or the next step here, formulating the problem based on the problem identification in classroom action research. Next one, please.
The last slide. It's the last slide, sir.
Okay, this is the last one then. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah.
yeah.
But you have to provide conclusion after the last one. Yeah, Ira and the
Okay,
gang.
sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, and then now time is yours, guys, to explain your topic. And then after that one, you have to open two session, Q&A session. Yeah, first Q&A and then second Q&A with the total of the question 8 minimum question. Yeah,
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
and then you have to keep
Okay,
on
sir.
got this presentation. so I can watch it while uploading this video. Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you very much, guys. And then I'll keep on monitoring how did you guys present this topic. Yeah. The last, I say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Okay.
wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay, come
sir.
on. Time is yours. Zelin and
Oh
Dayan.
ya,
Please.
Okay, sir.
Zillian.
ya. Guys,
Okay.
can you hear my voice?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay.
Guys, what
This I'm still to time is up.
time has ended?
It's the first
Okay.
slide, Kaira. Okay.
Okay. Can we start? Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning
Waalaikumsalam
everyone.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning everyone. We are from second group. For today's meeting section, we will relay a presentation about problem identification and formulating problems in classroom action research. As we know, classroom action research is a method to finding out what works best in on classroom so that the teacher can improve students' learning. So, the first part will be delivered by Kak Ira. Kak Ira, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Zillian. I will explain what problem identification is. So problem identification is the first stage in a series of research stage. A car plan begins with a problem that
Your face, Ira. Which one? Yeah, only the black kind of background that talking. Turn your camera on so I can see the one that giving explanation. Ira, come on.
yes, sir. Yeah. So problem identification is the first stage in a series of research stage. A car plan begins with a problem that is
Camera, Ira. I can see your face.
I'm here, sir.
But why here that I'm only seeing a black kind of
No, sir. I'm with sofa.
background?
I'm with sofa.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, proceed then. Come on.
Yes, sir. So, problem identification is the first stage in a series of research stage. A car plan begins with a problem that is felt or recognized by the teacher as the manager of learning. The teacher feels that there is something that needs to be improved in the classroom, which if left unchecked will have a negative impact on the process and student learning outcomes. Problem identification is the stage of quality of the problem under study. Careless problem or less identified can lead to waste of energy because the research doesn't bring useful findings. For example, there is a group of students who experience the same difficulty in learning a part of the lesson. There are students who are not disciplined in doing assessment, or student learning outcomes have decreased dramatically. So you come up with other example from your own experience managing the learning process. The problem that is felt by the teacher may still be vague, so the teacher needs to reflect so that the problem becomes clearer. And reflection will be explained in the next slide. Zelin?
Okay, for the second slide will be delivered by me. In this slide, I will explain about steps and how to find the problems. Okay, the first, there are steps in classroom action research. The first one, there is planning. Based on our action as a teacher, we deliver learning material to the students, and also based on our strengths and our weakness that we have. we can make to solve the problem that we have when we teach the students. For the second is action. Action can be the treatment or the alternative solution that we provide solve our problem based on the first step that we have the planning one. So for the next is observing. Observing is like how the alternative solution can be the main thing help the students to solve their problem. Observe here need to describe based on the learning process. Starting from the beginning and then also the end learning and teaching process. And the fourth, there is reflection. Reflection is the process of evaluate while how good our alternative solution that can solve our problems. So next, about how to find the problems. The first one, there is real problem that happen in the classroom. That is, it's mean if you are going to identify the problems, what is it that you have to identify and what you have to solve while your teaching learning process. This research could classroom action research. So the problem that you take here based on the problem that based also on the teaching and learning process in the classroom. Okay. For the second one, there's a problem faced by the student. As a good teacher, we have to be able to diagnose what are those problems. Those here means students that while joining your teaching and learning process and should be based on what happens in teaching and learning process. And then also you have to be aware of what kind of problems that really make the student difficult to understand your subject. Okay, the third one, there's a problem should match with the strength and weakness of the teacher. Okay, when you try to identify the problem here should be based on the strength as a teacher and then the weakness of the teacher. Why this is based on the strength? Because we were talking about giving an alternative solution. We have to measure ourselves first. Here, what is it? Our strength in teaching and try to implement our strength, make it a strategy, a method, and an approach. Uh, and the fourth one, there is a limited problems that appear teaching and learning process. This research here calls classroom action research, so the research based in the classroom. This is also based on the problems that happen while teaching and learning process. That's a limited problem and should be based on what happens while teaching and learning process too. And the last, there's the problem should be based on priority to develop the school. It means the most important one to consider making classroom action research in identify the problem. The problem here should be based on priority to develop the school. So we have to be relevant the target of the score. In order also you to build or to develop or score the problem that connect in the classroom exam research also the policy into the school to develop the school into a better one. Okay, for the next slide will be delivered by Kaira. Kaira, time is yours. Kaira.
Nggak di-mute itu.
Yes. Yeah, I will mention what are the main factors that become obstacles in the classroom. Huh? Oh. No. For the first, late submission of assessment by student, and second, consistent low achievement in academic subject, and third, unruly behavior of the student, and fourth, pronunciation problem of the student, and five, lack or reading habits among teacher, and the next one, lack of cooperation among teacher. Okay, next slide.
Zelin.
Okay, for the next slide, will be delivered by Amel. Amel, time is yours.
Okay, here guys, I will deliver the kind of problem you can find in the classroom. Um, the question here in this slide that can be used as the reference to find the problem in the classroom. The first the first is what happened in my classroom. That means as a teacher we must reflect on what is really going on in our classroom. And the second, what the cause of the problem. It means here we also have to know the causes and the reasons why the problem happens. And the third, what is the effect of the problem? It means you also have to pay attention to what effect you have when teaching your class. And the next one, what will happen before the problem have solution? It means when we have avoid or have a solution to the problem faced or owned by student, when that will happen. And the last, what can we do to solve the problem? It means what alternative solution we can do to solve our student problem, or it can be added like Mr. Sofian said, by interviewing the parents or the student themselves to know more clearly the problem. Okay, next slide.
Okay, for this slide will be delivered by Cory. Cory, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. Guys, can you hear my voice?
Of
Yes.
course.
Okay.
Yeah, Cory.
Why is problem identification important? Because you need to make sure that you identify the real underlying problems that is causing the problem in the classroom itself, and because the problem is not always obvious. Wait. Identifying problem is important because not all problems are easy to solve. In fact, there are problems that are invisible and can only be identified when analyzed in depth. An example is talent conflict in a community. Therefore, before doing anything, it is important to identify what problems exist in the area. After that, it must also be identified the sources of the problem and how it relates to existing theories. Proper problem identification is essential as a stepping stone to other problem solving measures. if the problem identified is not a provide, and then of course the analysis and the research done will be less precise. Okay, thank you. Next slide.
Okay, for the next slide. Okay, for this slide will be delivered by Sofwa. Sofwa, time is yours.
Okay, here I want to explain about formulating problem. Formulating of a research problem refers to state the problem in a researchable means to portray the topic in a way that it becomes ready for scientific investigation. A research problem is simply a research topic. The researcher needs to refine the topic and clearly state what is instead to explore about the topic. Formatting of the research problem basically includes narrowing down the research and formulating the objectives. Once the research problem is formulated, the topic becomes ready to undergo a scientific inquiry. Problem formulation is the logical first step toward this goal. Here, there are many formulating problems. The first, after identifying the problems, the teacher needs to make an analysis. Second, in order to formulate the problem clearly. Third, analyze using reflection based on student result, attendance list, learning material of student report. And next, using a question. And next, preparing solution for the problems. And next, example. And the last one, the use of card to increasing student reading mastery. Okay, Zelin.
Okay, for the next slide will be delivered by Amel. Amel, time is yours.
Okay, it's slide. There are several standards in formulating problem. Here, in formulating problem, there are several standards that need to be followed. The first, the problem should be formulated in the form of an interrogative sentence. And the second one, it should be specific, concise, and clear, and not too general. For example, was the character of the cabinet minister from 1998 and 1990 able to increase student motivation in class. So this topic is clearly very broad because it covers a very wide and heterogeneous area of social culture and so on. Therefore, the topic needs to be limited. For example, can the story method be able to increase student learning motivation? That's the next. The formulation should provide guidance on the possibility of collecting data in order to answer the question contained in the formulations. The last, avoiding problem formulation that are too general and too argumentative, contain emotions, prejudges, or unclassific element. For example, teaching at Polita Junior High School. Next slide.
Okay, for the next slide, will be delivered by Sofwa.
Slide. What are problem identification and formulating problem in class? Problem identification is a research problem lead in conducting a research. To invite a research, the necessity of the research to be carried out should be generated. The ideas and topics are developed while consulting literatures, discussion, author and continuation of activities relate to the subject matter. These ideas or topic generally called research problem and are statement about areas of concern, a condition to be improved, a difficulty to be eliminated, or a troubling question that are exist in scholarly literature, in theory, or in practice that points to the need for meaningful understanding and deliberate investigation. The problem must be significant, researchable, lead to future research, and suitable for the researcher. And formulating of the problem should lead to empirical investigation. Formulating of research problem should depict what is to be determined and scope of the study. It also involves a concept definition question to be asked. The objective of the present paper highlight the above stated issues. Okay, Jalin.
Okay, guys. So the conclusion from this of our presentation today, that can be drawn from the previous discussion. A classroom action research plan begins with a problem that is felt or recognized by the teacher as the manager of learning. The teacher feels that there is something that needs to be improved in the classroom, fa- uh, which if left untreated will have a negative impact on the process and student learning outcomes. As previously explained, through problem identification, teachers usually find some problems in learning so that the analysis can be done by asking questions to yourself or by reflecting. After choosing a problem, what must be considered again is the problem statement. The formulation of the problem in classroom action research is the start point for later research results and or research titles. Okay, guys, until here, is there any question? Guys? Guys, is there any question?
malunya pun kita ini bukan mati.
Any part? Okay, guys, I think it's enough for our explanation today. So the Q&A section will be start in the next section. Thank you for paying attention to our presentation. We are sorry if there's been a lot of mistake. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.